The first feud of Cody Rhodes' second title reign is here. We'll also check out what's going on with Drew McIntyre, Jade Cargill, and more. Starting things off with Cody Rhodes and what's new for him. Cody is back on top of WWE as the WWE champion. And the big question fans had was how would they handle Cody's second title reign? And who will he face? Because Cody was just champion for a year and already faced a lot of top stars. So who's really fresh and would really make a good matchup for Cody's second reign? Well, the Smackdown after SummerSlam instantly provided that answer. WWE revealed Drew McIntyre as the first challenger for Cody Rhodes' WWE title. Some fans were complaining about small logic issues for how Drew became #1 contender. All Drew did was beat Jelly Roll and Randy Orton at SummerSlam. So how does that really validate him coming for the WWE title right away? And that's no doubt a decent point by the group of fans. Definitely highlights the inconsistency that you can see with the booking, where sometimes the superstars put through the ringer to earn a title opportunity, while other times they can just declare themselves as #1 contender. But there are still a few weeks left before Clash in Paris, so maybe Drew does do something that truly earns him that opportunity. But either way, that match appears to be happening at Clash in Paris. The closing moments of the August 8th edition of SmackDown was all the proof in the world that the matchup is happening. After things got off the rails with the main event tag team match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, Drew ended up Claymore kicking Cody Rhodes through the bottom of the commentary table. Drew even picked up the title and said how it belonged to him. Drew McIntyre is technically a 3-time WWE World Champion, but 2 of those reigns were during the pandemic era with no fans in attendance, and the third reign was at WrestleMania 40 for barely a few minutes before he was cashed in on by Damian Priest. So even though the history books show Drew McIntyre as a 3-time world champion, he's never had a real world title reign in front of live fans ever before. Both Damian Priest and the world events of 2020 robbed him of that. So that's why it feels like Drew McIntyre is chasing his first real world title reign in a way. So the history of his 3 title reigns and those crucial things that were missing is really going to add to the description levels of his character when he's going against Cody Rhodes here. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre did face off in 2024 and interacted a few times in recent memory, but they never had a full-fledged program, and that appears to be what's going on right now. It's like we always talk about, WWE sure does love their long feuds right now, so chances are that Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre will not be a one-and-done deal for Clash in Paris. Chances are that this will extend into a multi-month program for Drew and Cody. So, the feud with Drew McIntyre should keep Cody Rhodes busy heading into the fall months of this year. But assuming Cody survives Drew McIntyre, what happens after that? Who's left for him to really face from there? Well, a good theory is for them to potentially visit some of the loose ends that were left from the WrestleMania 40 program. It's kind of crazy, but after a 1,300-day long title reign, Roman was never given a rematch for the WWE title at all. And yes, WWE has stressed that former champions no longer get instant rematches. That is a rule that they changed. But everyone figured that after a 4-year-long title reign, Roman should at least be owed a match for the WWE title. So that's something that's quietly existing in the background as well, that after the loss of WrestleMania 40, Roman Reigns was never given a proper rematch for the title. No one knows when the match will happen since they're both extremely occupied with other things at the moment, but fans feel like the third matchup between Roman and Cody is bound to happen. Roman won the first matchup, Cody won the second matchup, they're all tied up in the series, and that third matchup is needed to determine who's winning the series there between those 2 big superstars. So no one has the slightest clue about when Roman versus Cody 3 will be taking place, but that's a big program for Cody's title reign whenever they want to use it. Also, another potential route for Cody's second WWE title reign is extending his story with The Rock. The Rock did pin Cody at WrestleMania 40 and said that their story together was just beginning. The Rock even put the WWE title on his shoulders in 2024 and talked about how it just felt right. And outside those few segments of asking Cody's for his soul, they didn't do much with The Rock and Cody's story together. So maybe that's something they could turn back to in the future as well. And as far as Cody's highly speculated heel turn goes, reports claim that all of the recent heel turn teasers leading into SummerSlam for Cody was not meant to tease his heel turn itself. It was meant to mislead fans into thinking a heel turn was coming for Cody, but that turn itself was never the plan. So Cody's still the top babyface for a few more years, and then maybe the heel turn conversions start coming back up again later on. Following Jade Cargill's loss at SummerSlam, fans were a bit nervous about what her direction could look like following that matchup, and the August 8th edition of Smackdown appeared to tease a handful of directions for Jade Cargill. Jade interrupted Tiffany's interview, telling her to be grateful she won, because when they meet again, the story will be different. After Tiffany walks away, Jade is approached by Kiana James and Julia. Kiana tells Jade Cargill that if she plans on winning the WWE Women's title, Jade will have to give her a call. Kiana James handed Jade Cargill a business card with her information on it, but Jade was very dismissive of it, saying that she was going to win the title on her own terms. But Kiana and Julia still advised Jade to hold on to the card, just in case. But Maya Yim steps into frame and takes the card from Jade Cargill, saying she's going to call Kiana to get a title match for herself. So definitely a segment that hinted at many things and could be understood in many different ways. When Kiana gave her card to Jade, that definitely implied the idea that Kiana James wanted to manage Jade Cargill and help her reach the WWE Women's Championship. It's hard to deny Kiana James' great work because she already was successful in getting the United States Championship on Julia, so she's already proved herself as a solid manager. It was a solid offer from Kiana to Jade, but she turned it down. So that's the first thing that this segment teased, the idea of Kiana James managing Jade Cargill. But another thing fans believe was teased was a potential faction between the three of them. Not only would Kiana James manage Jade Cargill, but she would pair Jade up with Julia to form a little faction. Kiana as the manager and brains of the operation, Julia as the champion, and Jade Cargill as the enforcer role. If that happens, that doesn't mean that Jade Cargill would have to turn heel, and that's something that a lot of fans have been begging to see. A lot of fans believe that Jade Cargill is a natural heel, so they would love to see her turn heel there in that scenario. Other fans think that the segment can potentially be teasing Jade Cargill versus Julia for the Women's United States title. Jade Cargill was unsuccessful in winning the WWE Women's title, so maybe she locks in on the United States title and tries to end Julia's reign. So just a very ambiguous segment there with Jade Cargill that could be seen as them hinting at a link-up to form a new faction, but also could be seen as them teasing Jade versus Julia. So the direction is not clear at the moment, but it definitely left a lot to be discussed for Jade Cargill. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.